All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Silver Spoon, Season 2, Episode 1.
All right, we are here.
We
Season
are.
2.
Yep,
Yeah.
Hachiken has fully established himself at this school. He has gone through a lot of personal struggles and growth and things like that, in addition to cooking and devouring a very tasty animal.
Yes, that was quite difficult.
Yep, but he will continue to name those little piglets, as adorable as they are, and he will continue to...
And he'll take all the responsibility.
He will take all the responsibility. Yes.
Yeah, he's growing up. He's seeing things in a whole new light, and what he sees is something that everyone else is quite influenced by.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
Yep.
So this season, keep it up, hold tight, and maybe start to also let loose a little bit in some other ways, because things are going on in you that your family are going to start to notice, especially if you start sending evidence of your labor and work to them.
It might not have been exactly what Dad was meaning when he said you need to learn how to bring home the bacon, but it's technically what he said.
It is technically.
And that's technically correct is the best kind of correct.
It's the best kind of correct. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Now the pigs. Or the cows, sure. And now the pigs. There we go. Ah! This theme.
Bright and early.
Itadakimasu.
God, like...
Yeah.
Like...
And if you didn't, then you'd get built different real quick.
Well, that's the thing, like... My fellow Americans.
朝の実習まだ終わんないのか？
終了間際に牛の出産が始まっちゃってさ。
早く着替えたらいいんじゃね？
そうしたいんだけど、ブラ探してるんだよね。じゃあ
ないの？だとしたら許せないな。
だよね。一緒に探してくれない？
Absolutely. All my training has prepared me for this moment.
Yep. Details, are we talking lacy or like sports bra?
Oh.
That wasn't imagination, that's just actually them.
I love...
そうか。ちょっと待って。前足をちょっと高いところに乗せると、ほら、背筋がまっすぐに見える。背のラインもね、くぼんでいるところは毛を長くして、高く出てるところは短く刈り込むと、
そうやってごまかすんだ。美しく見せる努力ってよ。戦いのメイクアップだよ。
Oh, more paint!
お前は最高だ。他の男なんかに触らせるものか。
God, I love these three. It's done literally for them.
私ブラジャー探してたんだ。
ブラ？
ああ、部室に干してあるぞ。サイズは？
大でお願いします。
ほう、巨乳だな。
何これ？
牛のブラジャー。乳房が大きくなりすぎると自分で踏んづけて怪我するから。
ブラね。そうね。
大忙しの中、勉強の方がおろそかになりがちだが、期末考査で赤点取ったやつは試合に出られんからな。冬季は頑張れよ。
You specifically.
He doesn't go to the sports people. He goes to the people he expects to fail, you know?
部活で応援行けないけど頑張れよ。
あ、サンキューな。そうだ、ハチケン。この前俺ん家にベーコンを送ってくれただろう。お袋が言ってた。すげえうまかったって。
というわけで、俺たち3年は今日で引退します。9月末には1年のデビュー戦があるから。
And then we'll start the freshman war or whatever that is.
与田さんが唯一の2年だから
副部長は俺ら1年の中から。
Ah, right. That's what they meant. Ah.
うちらの中で一番うまいし。ハチケン、よろしく。
Wow. And that's that.
Yep.
おめでと
You're that popular now. Yep.
ハチケン
Ah.
う。頑張ってね。
She's like, yay, it wasn't me.
Yeah, he's like, wait, you're not getting me out of this?
To
ハチケンは
work
さ、
better, you
良
know?
くも悪くも正直だろ。
For better or worse, wow.
この学校を選んだ理由とか。
ひねくれ方も正直なのよ。
Yes.
言い換えればわかりやすいのよ、あんた。
みんな、お前だったら話しやすいだろ。
Uh-huh.
はあ。
Yep.
見かけ副部長ももちろん考えたんだけどね。なんつうのかな。
Oh.
あの子、素直な割に他人に対してあと一歩踏み込ませない感じあ
Wow. Pretty good assessment.
Yep.
Yep.
自信持てよ、ハチケン。ピザやらベーコンやらで、お前一部から断らない男って呼ばれてんだぞ。
Wow.
俺が
Wait.
るでしょ。あれ、何それ、ちょっとかっこいい。
あ
頑張ってね、断れない男。
Please don't start using that.
だけで優柔不断男に。俺に副部長なんか務まるのかな。そんだけ信用されてんだよ。な。
He does love the recognition, but Mom, yeah. Yep.
Suck it, old man.
Uh-huh. Oh, shit.
なんでもないって。コマバ、お前なんかしたのか。
No.
なんでもねえよ。お前には関係ないことだ。
大丈夫。
大丈夫、大丈夫。気にしないで。ほんと、なんでもないから。
Call it women's intuition. She
Yeah,
doesn't let
yeah.
people get close to her. Thank you for not literally taking us into a flashback right there. It just happened. We get it. Yeah.
They just fly it off.
ああ、考えすぎて寝不足だ。
おはよ
おはよう。
う。晴れてよかったね。
だね。昨日の。
そういえば
I cast shield. Yeah.
Yep, yep, uh-huh.
そうなんだよな。中学で部活とか何もしてなかった俺がさ、副部長とかちゃんとできるかな。
大丈夫だよ。みんなに信用されてるし。
Oh, really? Everyone
あ
trusts
の
me.
さ、悩み事があるな。
Ah, damn it!
どうしたの、ハチケン。悩み事？
Fuck.
Yep.
I get 10 minutes
Like
alone with her.
the everyone trusts you too. It's just like really?
で、その二人最後どうなるの？くっつくよ。
No.
そりゃそうだよね。家が隣同士で親公認ってのがいいよね。
そのうち三影さん家に挨拶に行くから。
Yeah.
わかった。
Yeah. I had a feeling.
秋には迷惑かけるな。
いっちゃんは気にしないで。
God.
それより、ハチケン君が心配してるよ。
ハチケンが俺たちのことを言ったのか。
ハチケン君には関係ないことだし。
なんで人のことに首突っ込みたがるんだあいつは。知ったところで何もできねえのによ。
Oh. No. That is like a meme. That has to be like a meme. Next to me.
だからなんでもねえっつうの。
なんでもないわけないだろう。見影と二人して真剣な顔して。
アキ、数学難しかったね。そうだね。
時はお前できたんか？今回の俺は一味違うぜ。
I powered up since nest.
I got a C- this time.
見影ちゃん、同じ中学でしょ？駒場って彼女いるのかな？付き合ってる女の子はいないと思うよ。じゃあ行ってみようかな。マジ応援するわ。
どうしたの？好きってなんだろう。またややこしいこと考えてるだろう。お前らは経済的に優秀なものが好きなんだろ。
Are you not talking about that?
Yeah.
コマバ、さっきお母さんから電話来てたぞ。
折り返し電話くれって。
一応投げんだろ。頑張れよ。
ああ。
で、さっきのどうなった？農業家の中や。
断った。
未来のエース様は余裕だな。
ってことはやっぱ他に好きな子いるとか。今は試合のことで手一杯なんだよ。彼女とかそういう余裕ねえっつうの。
Fucking hell, that's how you motivate some players.
でけえな。1回戦でいい投球したらしいぞ。
That's a huge advantage, yeah.
中学の時にやったことあるけど、そんなに。
Boom! Pitch comes in at 87 miles an hour, and he's like 15 years old, yeah.
よっしゃー。
5回を終わって3対0、江戸の3点のリード。1年生の駒場くんが依然好投を続けています。
欲張りで何が悪い。
Yeah, he's trying to connect all the things together.
おーす。あれ、大川先輩。
疲れって大川。
先輩就活は。お前ら何練習もしねえでラジオなんか。
Yeah, you guys,
さあ、俺たちも頑張って練習。
Wait. Horses?
脱走してる。あ、やば。入り口閉め忘れ。大
Oh,
ごとにならな
nice.
かったからよ
Okay,
かったけ
cool,
ど、
cool.
脱走して車道に出たりしたら大惨事もありえるんだよ。はい、すみません。
みんな、お前だったら話しやすいだろう。自信持てよ、8件。
Yep, it's all crystallizing.
副部長だし、みんなのまとめ役だし、悩んでるなら話聞いてやりたいし。
Let's go, Hachiken.
見かけ。こないだ駒場と何話してた？
八健君に関係ないこと。
Nope. Nope. Oh, horseshoe came off. Oh.
蹄鉄取れちゃったの？
おお。
釘が緩んでたのかな。落ちた蹄鉄を拾うと幸運になれるって言われてるの。
そうなのか。
No, it's not.
気分アップだったり、交通安全のお守りにもなるよ。踏まないどころか落馬した騎士を気遣って骨折してる足を引きずりながら助けに行った馬もいるよ。
待って、骨折したらすぐ安楽死させられちゃうんだろ。
それでもなおね、馬って仲間思いだか
Yep,
ら。
even if they're the ones hurting.
それ
You know how she said you're like a horse?
ドアにかけておくといいことあるよ。
幸運の印か。励ますつもりが逆に励まされてしまう。
Yeah, yeah. Now every morning at 4 a.m. he's gonna be like,
よし。
do his little ritual. All right, new ED, yeah.
Man.
All right, I
Don't-
love this show.
Yep.
Yeah.
But don't you just hate it when, you know, your crush is like, hey, can you help me find my bra? You know, because I don't have one right now. And
And then you're at the end, it's
And
just for a cow, and you're like, bruh. Like,
Yeah. But then not only that, right after that, it's like, oh, there's this thing that's bothering me. Nope, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna. Not
can't
only
talk
am I
about it with anybody.
can't talk about
Except
it with
with this
anybody.
one guy.
Except with this one guy. And
But-
not only am I not going to talk about it with you, I'm not even going to say
Acknowledge that it's a thing.
acknowledge that it's a thing. I'm basically just gonna be
Pretend like it doesn't.
pretend like it
exist.
doesn't exist, and I'm not gonna be like, hey, I appreciate you, you know, like being concerned, but this is something I want to deal with on my own. I'm just gonna be like, what? There's nothing going on.
Hate that. Hate that so much.
Man, it's just so great how, like, you know, everybody can trust you, Hachiken. You're just so dependable.
Yeah.
What? Oh no.
Oh no.
No.
That was a lie.
Yeah.
So
And like that, you've lost me.
yeah, having Hachiken then being put into the position where, because he is a bit of a yes man, he's then getting used to fulfill responsibilities that other people maybe don't want to deal with.
Yep.
We literally had that Aki was hoping that she wouldn't get volunteered for this,
Right.
given that it seemed that it was the senpais that were deciding basically, oh, we have fiat power, you do this. Except not exactly, because there was a little bit of that peer pressure of like, come on, do it, Hachiken. You know.
Right. It's the we are recommending you for the job,
Right.
and you're gonna say yes, right?
You're gonna say yes, yeah, totally. You of course will.
That, in
Mr.
fact, might have been one of the contributing factors
Mr.
for why
Man
they
who
picked
won't
Hachiken.
refuse, you know?
Yeah.
And then it's say, hey, Mr.
Yeah.
Man who can't refuse. Hey,
whoa,
you
stop
changed
that.
one word about that and suddenly it takes on a whole new meaning.
Yeah.
God, I loved that idea that the reputation that he's built over the course of season 1 is being homogenized to this point that we can kind of move on from the general conflicts of season 1 and just say, hey, Hachiken built a reputation.
Yep.
This is what it is. This is how it plays out. Here's the new conflict. Boom, boom, boom. Very nicely paced.
And it's-
keeps the story rather simple.
And it's not something that gets resolved in the single episode.
Nope.
That's something else that I think is kind of fun with how
Yep.
the second season like kicks things off. Because in the first season, it's very much like it's episodic, right? Like,
Well,
we
yeah.
have overarching
The
stuff. but-
overarching stuff was the way in which he was adapting to the farm and
Exactly.
the animals being killed or eaten or
Right.
or their
Yep. yeah.
their eggs being eaten.
Right. But for the most part, it's hey, Hachiken learns a new thing. There's this new thing that he gets introduced
Yep.
to because of farm life, and then
Right.
cool, that's what we focus on for the episode. It's great, it's done. And then
Now
we
we
move
get
on to the next one.
interpersonal drama.
Yeah, but now we've got interpersonal drama that is introduced, and it's just left there. It's not even like there's like really meaningful progress. It's just we know that this is a thing that's hanging in the air now. Hachiken, what are you going to do? How are you going to deal with that?
Right, and we were introduced to enough elements that this was a thing, at the very least, that they had some kind of unique relationship. Even if it was just that their families were really close and
Yeah.
they're the only
They grew up
kids
together and-
of those families, respectively, and thus might have a little bit of the similar burden of having those expectations pushed
Sure.
on them.
Oh, yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're in any kind of relationship, but it might mean that they were in a romantic relationship or that they are in some kind of an interesting, not romantic relationship, but are some kind of forced relationship, or they're trying to look out for their families in their own unique ways.
Yep, or
There's so
maybe-
many things that this could be.
Oh yeah, so many things that this could be. And oh hey, what do you know? When you not just say that, hey, I don't want to talk about this, but when you refuse to, when you basically just gaslight one of your close friends into
Right.
being like, no, nothing's going on.
Nothing's
then-
even wrong.
Nothing's even wrong.
Yep.
Then it's
What?
He's screwed. Like there's nothing he can do. It's just his mind is going into all sorts of places, and
And to
Yeah.
be fair, this is important for Mikage to do by basically saying, "Hey, I don't want to talk about this." She's not literally saying that, but she is somewhat saying that in that
it's
the
her own way of saying that.
yeah, it is good to have boundaries, Hachiken. This
Yeah.
is what they look like.
Yes.
So you can see that there is some aspects of the way that she's communicating said boundaries that you don't like. Therefore, you, with your own emotional boundaries, can say, hey, Mikage, if we're going to be friends, I don't like the way in which you're treating me or in this relationship by saying, hey, I'm going to pretend that nothing's the problem. If anything, if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. But let me know, hey, there's something going on. I'm handling it. You don't need to worry about it.
Yeah.
That's a better way than just saying, oh, nope.
Nothing's going
Nope,
on.
nothing's going on.
And in
It's
fact,
fine.
I won't allow myself to have an actual like real conversation with you because
Yeah.
I'm constantly needing to
Right.
basically say no.
Right. But the thing is that for the most part, she is okay in doing this. This is her thing.
Yep.
There's nothing that says she has to tell Hachiken what's
yeah.
going on here. So Hachiken, the man who maybe doesn't like to be refused now at this point, is realizing, oh shit, I really don't like this. You communicate that. I feel.
Yeah.
I feel really put off. I feel really really hurt by the way that you're kind of pushing me away like this. Is there something that I've done? Is there anything that, although you can obviously not want to tell me what's exactly going on, is there any way that I can, at the very least, continue to be supportive of you in our relationship without it being something where you have to, spill the secrets or whatever
Exactly.
was going on?
I actually really appreciate the fact that the thing of I'm vice president and this, and so it's hey, so, as vice president, what happened? But no, he didn't say from the standpoint of, hey, this is something that's causing an issue.
He didn't bring that up yet.
He didn't bring that up at all. It's just hey, tell me what the thing that's going on. And her decision to not tell him is totally her decision.
Valid, yeah.
Right? So the fact that the one thing that could have been an angle for him to basically say, hey, come on, you gotta work with me here, right? Like, he didn't actually use that in a way that would have been proper for that kind of position. And so, it didn't work. And it ended up being a comedic gag.
I'm actually seriously worried that if he does do that, she might pull the why would you do that? I'll take care of my job. I'll be responsible. But like, come on, Hachiken.
You're better than that.
Yeah, you're better than that.
Well,
and
right.
that would be a bit mean.
That would be absolutely mean
because it's the thing of where it's but I don't know that it's that kind of an issue.
Well, and also then on top of that, it's okay, cool, but you didn't.
Yeah.
So what, are you just going to say that, yeah, everything's going to be fine in the way that is an obvious lie that you've been saying up until now? Because with you not telling me personal stuff, that's your thing, but saying that things within the club are going to be fine. No, that was an actual, like, real problem. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited to see Hachiken utilizing all the tools and the information and the resources that he's acquired over the course of the show thus far to kind of tackle this thing without it being a larger multi not
it doesn't need to be
the
like
whole season,
right, exactly. Yeah. And I also got to say and maybe this is like a very much a personal thing, but I appreciate this new direction for Mikage because, well, it definitely had its seeds in the first season.
Oh yeah.
Mikage was very much set up as like the stereotypical like cute girl that's the obvious perfect crush for like the new place and all that stuff, right? Like it's
and she might not even be interested in him.
She might not even be interested in him.
This is something that I'd say like you're saying, there were seeds very much shown that her and Komaba were in a relationship in season 1.
But I wasn't even talking about that. I'm talking about that this is a problem of hers, right? Where it's that she's not good at conflict, basically, right? With her family, of how she just,
she doesn't do confrontation.
She doesn't do confrontation, right? And so that is now becoming an actual issue here,
right?
And we're getting to see the person that had been set up to be the sort of perfect girl, very much not being that right now.
Yeah,
and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm actually really interested to see where the differentiation between it being an aspect of criticism versus confrontation. This is something I've talked about with a lot of people because of something that I've had to deal with growing up, is that I'm not really good with criticism, but I'm very good with confrontation. So if there's a difference between something being a conversation versus hey, you're insert negative thing.
Right.
And it's whoa, if you're just going to accuse me of a thing without,
you have a right to defend yourself. Yeah.
Like, let's have a conversation. Then they're like, no. And I'm like, okay, now I see.
I call bullshit. Yeah.
Now I see where the coward kind of comes out here. It's like, I have
double standard bunch. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I have every respect for the people that are willing to come and confront me about things specifically, because I feel like that's a much more vulnerable thing to do. And thus I feel the almost desire to support them in their confrontation of me.
Yeah, because you want to be the kind of person that people feel comfortable confronting, right? Like if someone has and of course in this situation we're dealing with high school students, right? So of course they don't know how to do that kind of stuff. They haven't, like, they're not practiced with it and everything. And then on top of that, there's the complication that Hachiken has a huge crush on Aki. So then that he's even more so not thinking straight, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, you like who doesn't want to have the kind of friends where assuming they're actual like close friends, not just acquaintances or whatever, where if there's something that you're doing that's a problem for them, that they can bring it up to you.
Yeah, exactly. Because a lot of it leads in with questions of like, hey, I noticed this was going on. Is everything okay? And it's the kind of thing where you're basically inviting the person to the confrontation of like, hey, like, I understand, like, shit happens and stuff, but like, this like hurt me or it hurt that person, and like, what's going on? And it's basically the opportunity for someone to spill their guts, let kind of them know like, hey, this is a safe place for you to let it out, whatever that thing is that you're dealing with, which is kind of what Hachiken is not doing well, but he's trying to do.
Yeah.
And thus, it's one that could lead to some really good, heartfelt interactions with him and Aki. And it's not one that has any lens of it being a romantic thing, because, well, in a lot of ways, how can it? This is going to be something that's going to be more emotionally painful than anything else. I mean, obviously, this could be something where he's entirely misreading the situation as a whole. She could have been crying for happiness, for all we know.
Although,
but I would say
probably
no.
Wouldn't be deflecting a bunch if you were crying for happiness.
Right, exactly. Yeah. But it could also be the thing of where Komaba was bringing up the thing of like, oh, then why is he putting his nose into all this? And she's like, well, he saw me crying, and he's like, gotcha. like he's maybe misinterpreting it a specific way because, you know, he saw me crying. We don't know.
Yep.
I think in general there's a couple things that it leans to more heavily, but I'm gonna wait until the next episode to kind of
the condolences
those.
line definitely seems to point
no, my respects.
Oh, respects. That's right.
Yeah. That is a very important
that
distinction.
Is, yes.
Because respects, I would say, means that it's something where there's a transference of energy or
some kind of like
effort. Yeah, something that's been exchanged across their families, and he needs to basically do his part in his role in this family cross-family relationship.
Right.
So whatever that is, there's a lot of things that it could be. It also could just be that it's the anniversary of someone's passing, and it's just something where it's the,
it hits
harder right about now.
Yeah.
And I only talk about this with Komaba because he's actually the closest person to me.
Yep.
And it's I don't want to talk about it. No.
Yeah.
No, I do not.
Right.
There's a lot of things it could be. I went into some very spicy territory in my head. But I kind of want to keep those until we find out what it actually is, and then I'll be like, you want to hear one of my craziest theories?
Yeah.
But we'll save that for
She was
for now.
pregnant. He had with his kid.
How did you?
Once you said spicy, I'm like,
That's literally what I thought it was that it's a year ago. This is when we got rid of our mistake baby.
Oh. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That, oh man. And that would also be that could be in the most positive of senses from Hachiken's case.
Right.
Maybe she does kind of like you, and it's the, no, I don't want to talk with you about this.
No, it's exactly. I was trying to put Aki in the best possible light but would also be maximum spice in terms of intense situation.
Right. To give it
and
as much reason as possible for it to be.
They could have maybe been exes. I'm like, well, what would be even worse than just being exes? Like, well, they had a kid together. It's like, okay, well, they had a kid. I'm like, well, we don't see a kid anywhere, so that's not it. And then it's well, what if they had a kid and the families made them get rid of it? And then it's like,
That would definitely...
That could make things real awkward, yeah.
That would definitely make things
Especially
awkward.
if they really loved each other at a point and then they fell out of love. Well, there we go. Dang it, you brought it out. That was my crazy theory. And
oh man.
But,
boy.
All right, but y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out my Baldur's Gate 3 Let's Play on Twitch, and if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.